This is the content of our class. I will review briefly in class number one. Number one. Please, my friends, please turn off your microphone because we have the problem of the echo of our sound in this group. Please turn off your microphone in the Skype and in the Dawn too. My friends, please turn off your microphone. It, it doesn't need to accept in the Skype. Please click in this address to join us. It's very simple. Okay. Here's the content. And first of all, let me explain you about the points and grade in this class. Grading in this class. The point of the final exam is 13, and the homework has 3 points in our class. General project, presenting general project has 4 points in our class. What's the general project? For example, one of the students called me in our private group and explained me about that he wants to present about the construction of a civil structure or construction of concrete structure. It called general project. And in our class we have another extra work, specialized extra work. The summation of the final exam, homework, and general project is 20 points. 20 points. And this is the extra point for your work, for your specialized work. If after presenting a general project, one of the students maybe called me about the specialized project. He maybe explains me about the project in the special point with the modern technology such as isolation, base isolation, viscous damper, and very large span cantilever, or the special project, and he or she will present a special project. The point of the special project is 5 points, with creating system with for 5 points. And if you help me in the class, contribution in the class, and present in the class, the point of this section is 5, and the summation of all of them is 30 points. I consider 10 points extra out 20 points to make better situation for you to get the better points in our class. So it is not necessary to worry about to get the proper point in our class. If you present all of class and contribute in under class and make your homework project, a special project, you You can get 20 from me, or 19 or 20 from me. Don't worry about marketing or grading in class. You can get the best point in our class. Well, in section number 1, we will discuss about the construction method. Construction method. Many of students in this class explained me about their work experience. Fortunately, they have a lot of work experience, suitable work experience about the various projects. And then they work on the conventional or current project or current or conventional construction method in Iraq or other countries. They know about the conventional construction method, such as steel structure, concrete structure, and let me know, my friends. Let me know about another conventional structure, conventional construction method. I said you two methods of the construction of conventional structure, conventional method, such as steel structure, concrete structure. Could you please tell me about another one of the conventional construction method? Let me know about that. Let me know. I'm waiting your response about that. My friend, please contribute in our class. Do you hear me? My friends, do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you, doctor.
Mr. Qasim Hussain, could you tell me about the conventional project, such as steel structure, concrete structure? In Iraq, the conventional is the current structure, existing structure. You have the project in the Iraq, concrete structure and steel structure. Do you have another structure in Iraq?
Yes, you have construction, concrete and steel structure construction.
Do you have another system?
No,
Do you have another system?
No, we have not another construction.
Okay, you just
construction and steel structure.
Okay, you just
Yes.
construct the project with the steel and concrete.
And other one method, precast construction.
Precast concrete. It's a kind of concrete structure. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. And turn off your microphone, please. And but these are the conventional or existing or the current structure in country. We have another project with IBS system, industrial building system. The construction method of the industrial building system is very different from the conventional structure. Because industrial system and industrial requirements is very different from the conventional residential or the commercial building. So after that, we will discuss about the IBS system. One of the most important system in construction method is the modular construction. Because the modular construction with the same architecture plan or with the same structural plan can reduce the cost of the project. It's very important in the huge construction. Is convert all of the construction to modular construction. We can build in of the site in the factory all of the elements and transfer all of them to the site of construction, site of the and install them typically. This system can decrease the cost of the project. It's very important. And another one construction system is combination system between conventional or IBS system or conventional modular system or combination between traditional system in this country. For example, in our country or your country, maybe some architects design and constructed various structure with a stone, with the masonry structure. We can make a combination between this system, this traditional system, and a civil structure, or this system and concrete structure, or this system with modular structure. So we called it combinational construction method. Let me write it again. For vibration, 1 degree freedom, mass, and free vibration. This is the formula equation of the free vibration of this system. In U double dot is acceleration. C dot U dot velocity of a structure, and times U minus M U double dot ground, for acceleration of the ground. This is the equation of 1 degree free vibration, vibration. This is very important for us to consider this equation in the construction method. One of the best method of construction method is lightweighting a structure, decrease the mass of the structure, lightweighting a structure. And the lightweighting a structure can decrease the damage of the earthquake or damage of the wind or damage of the blast or explosion of the tourism attack. This mass is very important for us. Decrease earthquake damage. Many construction methods was many construction methods were proposed or presented in construction method, such as let me show you in Google. For example, wood framework structure. You can see the wood framework structure in here as a lightweight steel structure. Lightweight steel structure to decrease the impact of the earthquake, to decrease impact of the wave, extra wave. Wood frame construction. As you know, all of the Iraq country doesn't have the seismic high risk, but except in the north of the Iraq, the Kurdish area of the Iraq. So the lightweight structure, such as the wood structure, as you can see in here, used for the seismic area, for high risk seismic area. As you know, in the development countries such as the United States, Canada, and other countries in the high risk earthquake zone, they use the wood frame structure instead of the conventional structure to make the resistance structure against the earthquake and add other extra wave over there. So these are the lightweight steel structure, and the construction of this system is called as construction of lightweight structure. That's very different from the conventional structure. So we will discuss about that. This is another systems and construction of the system, such as the runner, stud, joist, and the cladding over them, and the extra facet over there. This is so we call this as a lightweight steel structure. That is wood structure. Another one lightweight structure for decrease the mass in the structure is lightweight structure. My friend, please turn off your microphone. If necessary to touch me, turn on again. Thank you very much. This is a structure that good, thank you. And you?
My name is Hussam Hamid Abdul Hassan.
Hamid Abdul Hassan. Nice to hear you.
Me too. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Doctor, just a question about the
wood structure. Yeah. Come on.
How is good for the earthquake?
Yeah. Well, I explained you. If we decrease the mass or weight of the structure, we will decrease the earthquake load. You can consider the rule number up to 2 Newton number if equals mass times A acceleration. This is the acceleration of the earthquake. It's the constant. It depends on each point. One area, maybe the high risk of earthquake, the acceleration is high, and another one is the low risk of earthquake, so the acceleration is low. But it depends on the seismology of this of each area. But this is mass of a structure. We can decrease the mass, then decrease the force of the building, force in the building. It's very, very simple. One of the most effective methods to decrease the earthquake effect in the building, is lightweighting. Is the lightweighting, because the lightweighting is very effective, very effective method to decrease the force in the building, because actually the acceleration is constant. It's the constant. It's
so doctor, so A factor and M factor, it's constant.
Ax is the constant, but if it's variable, it depends on the mass. It depends on the mass.
Just the mass of wood.
Mass, weight of structure. Weight of wood. If you consider the structure with the wood, and you consider or the structure with the concrete. Concrete is very heavy weight. But wood is the lightweighting. What is the lightweighting? In the wood, the mass is decreased, is less than the concrete structure. So the earthquake in the wood structure is very, very low than the earthquake in the concrete structure, because the weight of the structure is effective on the force of the earthquake in the building. That's
the first. Now it's clear.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. And I said one of the most important methods to decrease the earthquake load or the wind load or the explosion load or the subjected to terrorism attack is the decrease in the mass. This one of the construction methods that we will discuss. We will discuss about that in detail. Don't worry about that. We will discuss about in detail the wood construction, the LSF construction in detail. And this is the LSF structure. If you replace, I'm so sorry about that. If you replace the wood element with the galvanized element, to make the resistance about the corrosion, it's called lightweight steel structure, because it's not wood structure, it's steel structure. That's a very good option for the lightweighting in a structure, because the accuracy of this structure is very high, and the cost of this system is very reasonable for us, and we can consider it as a good construction method in the building, I said, don't worry, my friend, about that. I will discuss about this element that called that start. This member that called runner, joist, and all of member in this structure as soon as possible in the our classes. The lightweight steel structure, you can see, we can use this system in the residential building, commercial building, and other building, and in the industrial building, you can see in multi-story buildings. Okay. So one of the cons, I'll say it again because it's very important to consider. One of the most effect of construction method is lightweighting of a structure. Decrease the structure weights in a structure, in a structural member, this structural member, or non-structural member. Non-structural member such as the partition, walls, and pavement, and other interior material that installed in the structure. So we should consider this construction method for lightweighting. And another method that work with the velocity of building at earthquake time or terrorism attack or wind is increasing the damping of a structure, increasing the damping of a structure. That's very important. And the construction method of increasing damping of a structure is very important because it can save the structure against very extra load. It's the increasing the damping structure. For example, when you're driving in your car and one of your vehicle go on the sink, on the deep sink, you can see the movement of your damper of your systems to absorb this shock. So in the building we have with damper, seismic damper. This damper to dissipate the earthquake load, to dissipate the wind load, to dissipate the tourism attack waves. Seismic damper in the structure. This is another of the construction method that we will discuss about that. You can see in here in the bracing system. We use damper like a jack or the damper in the car. The behind section of each part you have a damper and the spring over there to dissipate the shock or to absorb the shock in the driving time. And you can see in here in the bracing system, we can install a special damper with this friction damper to dissipate the earthquake wave and the extra wave and make this force or energy to the thermal energy. This is a friction. Work with the screw over there, and the friction in the middle of the brace. And another one is the friction in the brace, the big friction in the friction. This is the friction damper in the connection between brace and the beam. This is the beam. This is the brace and the beam. Decrease the wave, extra wave can damage in the column or the beam. What this system damp this wave to prevent any damage on the concrete or the beam. You can see another damping over there. You can see. So this parameter is very important for us consider because damping plays as a key role in the building. Another one construction method is increasing the stiffness or a stiffness of the building, a stiffness of the structure. A stiffness you can increase the stiffness of the building with increasing the area and cross section of the cuts. We can use the strong columns to make extra stiffness in the building against the extra waves, extra loads, design and construct the building in the safe way. This I said again, one of construction method lightweighting, one of construction method using damping system, one of construction method using with a stiffness, with a strong column, and one of the construction method using this isolated system, isolated structure. What isolated structure is? Isolated structure, isolated structure is make an isolated structure. Isolated with if isolated a structure with the ground, with the underground, with the proper system, it is called isolated structure in the foundation, isolated in the foundation. And you can compare this figure here, one of them with isolated structure and another one without isolated structure. The non-structure in here, as you can see, the wall, the sign, the table, and other person in here, in earthquake time, it's safe. There are not any movement over there. But in the conventional structure, you can see another crack, the seismic crack, and through another one, through the table, through the box, through the closet over there. Then this system prevent any damage of the earthquake in the earthquake or the explosion wave or another wave, another extra wave can damage a structure easily. So we can, this is an isolated structure. This isolated structure consists to a steel plate in top and bottom of this section, and rubber, and huge rubber, compact huge rubber, and a lead steel in the middle of the rubber. Let me find the detail of this section. We should install in this system in top of the foundation, the space between foundation and the structure. We can install in this space that explained to you. Isolated structure. In section number 3 of our class, I will show you many hospitals in various regions of the world that designed and constructed with this system. Oh, that's it. The details of isolated. Yes, in here, this is the isolated system. This two top and bottom plate, rubber. This is the rubber and extra steel plate between them to make better stiffness for the lead core steel core in the middle of it. This is called LRB, a lead rubber bearing. LRB, lead rubber bearing. So you should use it between foundation and a structure. to dissipate all of the extra waves. So we can use the isolated structure as the construction method, as a special construction method, because the construction method of isolated structure is very different. Is very different from the conventional system. Conventional system, as you know, as one of my friends in this class explained to me about the most of structure in the Iraq are concrete and steel structure. But the isolated structure can use in this structure with the new view of the construction method, because the construction method of this structure is very different from the other structures. And in this section number 2, excuse me, do you have any question about the section number 1? We will discuss about that. If you have any question, let me know about that. My parents, do you have any questions? Please contribute and let me your suggestion in your class, because I said you can get a 5 point extra about your contribution in our class. If you have negative suggestion about my presentation, you can tell me. Don't worry about that. Okay. In section number 2 of our class, we discuss about the advanced construction technology. Advanced construction technology based on the development countries or in development countries. First of all, I should say you about the advanced construction, because one advanced construction method maybe is very used in the United States, but this advanced construction is not proper for Iraqi country because of our culture. Our culture, or Iran or Iraq, because of culture, our culture is very different from the United States people. They should maybe they accept the kind of the construction in based on their culture and their technology, but in our country, based on our culture and technology, we didn't accept this technology. So every construction technology should be adapted to the culture of each country and culture of each people in each country. That's very important. Please consider about that as a key factor. Thank you. We will discuss about the modern building technology. Modern building technology, construction of modern building technology is very important, because the modern building technology is the smartest structure in the development in development countries. So we should consider all of variables, all of the most important variables of modern building in this section. I said about modular construction method in a structure, and explain to you in the mega project. We can change mega project with the modular small structure in the selected area to decrease the cost of the structure and improve and increase the value of the structure. So the model of structure can increase the quality of the